by the right, quick march.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to High Point University's 2025 Undergraduate Commencement Address. Today is a very special day in the lives of our graduates and, of course, their families. We're proud of you, graduates, and we're proud of your accomplishments, and we salute you as extraordinary ambassadors for High Point University. Now, you do know this is one of 3 major graduation ceremonies. We had one the day before yesterday for our graduate students. We have this one this morning for our Bachelor of Science students. We have another one this afternoon for Bachelor of Arts students. So this is one active campus. 20,000 family members are here to celebrate the lives of our students, and we love it, and we love you. So we're glad that you're here. Now, this morning, we have a birthday this morning. We have a birthday this morning. And you know about our tradition here, when it's your birthday, you get a card from me delivered to your room. You get a Starbucks card, and your name will be broadcast throughout campus on our digital displays to let everyone know that now you are old. So the birthday girl, I'm going to call up your name. We only have one birthday, and she better be here this morning. Her name is Emma Grace Lally. Is she here? Emma, where are you? Just wave at me so I see. Oh, there you are. Okay, in the back. So now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing. It's tradition that we sing happy birthday when we have a birthday at High Point. So her name is Emma Grace. You can just say Emma on the count of 3. All 6,000 of us here and all those in the overflow in the conference center, we're going to sing for Emma this happy birthday. And her payback for me, when she succeeds and becomes rich, I want to name a building after her. Which means I need $25 million from you, Emma. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? 1, 2, and happy birthday. Thank you very much. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we want to recognize an important group of distinguished guests this morning. And so I'm going to ask all of you for just now to have a seat, please, everyone. Thank you. We want to recognize a very important group of distinguished guests this morning. If you have served or you are serving in any branch of the United States Armed Forces, would you please stand so we can thank you for your service? Thank you, and God bless you. This is a God, Family, and Country University, and we honor our veterans and those who serve in the armed forces. Thank you for being here this morning. Now, to honor America, and in recognition of the graduating class of 2025, please give your attention to the presentation of colors by High Point University's Air Force ROTC students, and to the singing of the national anthem by our own chamber singers. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please stand with our veterans as we honor the United States of America, and please remain standing for our invocation.
Step. Colors. Halt. Present. Colors.
By the
Order. Colors. Colors. Colors turn. March.
Good morning, and God bless you all. Please join me in prayer. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. We come before you with hearts full of gratitude. Lord, you told us in your word to give thanks in all things, and today we obey with joy. Lord, thank you for your grace, your mercy, and unconditional love toward each and every one of us, for life, for health, for strength, and for peace on every side. We say thank you. Today, we stand united to celebrate a significant milestone, the graduation of these young scholars. We thank you for this occasion, for bringing us all together from near and far. We give you all the glory for what you have done and what you're continuing to do. We extend a collective and heartfelt thank you for the families, the mentors, and the entire village of support behind each and every student. These families and communities have sacrificed time, talent, and treasure, and for their labor of love, we bless your name. Father, for the class of 2025, I believe that you have indeed prepared them for such a time as this. So may the work that they have done here not be in vain, but instead let it bear fruit, not only in their lives, but in the lives of others. May these graduates continue to shine. Let their futures be full of hope, strength, purpose, and impact. Let them not grow weary in doing good, for in due season they shall reap if they do not give up. And so may every step they take from this day forward be guided by your wisdom and anchored in your love. And in all they do, may they do a great work heartily so that you may get the glory. Amen and amen.
You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, this morning you are going to hear from several members of our platform guests. I ask the platform guests now to stand and be recognized. These are deans of our 14 academic schools and others here, and we welcome every one of them. They're the ones responsible for the academic program at High Point University. And of course, our provost, Dr. Erb, is with us here today, and the chair of our board of trustees, Mr. Chris Henson, is also here with us today. We're honored to have them all. Thank you very much. We're also honored to have some representatives from the class of 1975 with us today. This class is celebrating a significant milestone this year. This is their 50th reunion. They will be inducted into the prestigious Cornerstone Club, a club that recognizes alumni as they reach this momentous occasion. Members of the class of 1975, we're honored by your presence here today. You continue to be a source of great pride for this university and for our Alumni Association. Thank you for your leadership, your guidance, and your continued support of your alma mater. Will the class of 1975, with the representatives thereof, please stand and be recognized. And now it is my honor to introduce to you the president of the senior class, Miss Emma Higgins from Yonkers, New York, and we're graduating with a Bachelor in Science degree in electrical engineering. Electrical engineering. She must be very smart. With a minor in mathematics. She is smart. Emma embodies the spirit of a dedicated and engaged High Point University student. She's actively involved on campus and deeply respected by her peers. Over the past 4 years, Emma has grown as a leader through her involvement in the chapel with the Board of Stewards, in Alpha Phi Omega, in the service fraternity, in club sports, and as a student employee at Recreation and Engineering Research. Currently, she is a semi-finalist, ladies and gentlemen. She is a semi-finalist for a Fulbright Award. And after commencement, she is set to begin her career as an electrical engineer with the Volvo Group right here in North Carolina, and to begin her PhD in engineering at Cowes University. To bring a word of greeting on this festive day, dear friends, please help me welcome the president of the senior class, Miss Emma Higgins.
Thank you, President Dr. Qubein, for the kind introduction and your leadership. And a big thank you to Provost Dr. Erb, the Board of Trustees, our commencement speaker, Jane Seymour, and all the amazing faculty and staff who have made this day possible. Thank you so much. We love you. To the class of 2025. It seems like just yesterday we were driving through the front gates of campus, windows down, cowbells clanking, signs everywhere shouting, "Welcome home." I remember laughing to myself, "Welcome home." What a bizarre thing to say to a girl like me, driving her suitcase into Finch for the very first time. I was really just wondering how many strangers I'd have to talk to before I got to my dorm room. And whether you landed in Millis, Womcom, UC2, Wannick, or somewhere in between, you might have been thinking the same thing. This place, this isn't home. How could it be? And yet, here we are. Slowly, home stopped being a place and it started becoming people. It was the late night talks that got a little too honest, a little too fast. The friends who became family. The professors who didn't just teach, but truly saw us. The quiet corners of campus where we laughed until we cried, or sometimes just cried. It was the breakfasts with Miss Christie, the last-minute study sessions, the late-night intramural games, the dancing from Slane to Condon in the rain, the weekly chapel nights, endless fine dining reservations, and the moments you realized you were becoming someone new, and maybe even someone you were proud of. And as we take in this moment today, all gathered here together, I think it's only right that we pause and we say thank you. To the families who stood by us, to the professors who challenged us, and to the friends who carried us. And above all, for God for this day. For the gift of arriving here safely together, for the lessons that stretched us and the grace that sustained us, for the moments that broke us open, and then the ones that put us back together again. Whether through hope, faith, or the simple beauty of a new sunrise, there's always something bigger that brought us here to our seats today, and for that we give grace and we say thank you. And now, as we stand here on the edge of the next great thing, I beg you to ask, what brought us here today? Home became where your heart stretched, broke, grew, and was pierced back together again by the love of people around you. And they say home is where the heart is, and well, this university certainly gained ours. Class of 2025, long live the magic that we made. I push you forward to your next home, one full of stories you haven't lived yet and people you haven't met yet. But I beg you to remember where you came from. This home, your second home, the one that held you while you figured out who you were and are. Thank you. Thank you, High Point University, for being our home. And congratulations, class of 2025, we did it.
Thank you, Emma. We are very proud of you. Are Emma's parents, where are they? Emma's family, where are you? Are you in the house? Will you stand up? Yeah, let us recognize you. Yeah. You gotta be very proud of this young lady. Just think someday you're gonna be in a nursing home and she's gonna take good care of you. You will, right? You will take good care of it. Ladies and gentlemen, a university is only as good as its faculty, and HPU is blessed indeed with stellar faculty. learned men and women who are deeply committed to the nurture of our students, professional educators esteemed in their fields and recognized in their areas of expertise. Our faculty, as you know, processed in this morning, and they processed out this morning because we don't have space for them to sit here, which is kind of sad because I know they'd love to see every graduate here as they receive their diploma. But we appreciate them very much, and we appreciate, I know that the graduates are very appreciative as well. The Board of Trustees of High Point University occasionally, maybe less than 10 times in the last 20 years, has bestowed an honorary doctorate on a deserving and respected American. It is today my honor to bring forth to this stage a man for whom I have enormous respect, a man that the world has known for his leadership expertise and his professional speaking and his coaching of some of the greatest leaders in this nation. This man has been the mentor to CEOs, the mentor to presidents and kings around the world. He has reached literally millions and millions and millions and millions of people with his stewardship and with his presentations and teachings. So let me bring right now to stand next to me Dr. John Calvin Maxwell. Dr. Maxwell spoke at our baccalaureate yesterday, as you know, but he has only given 13,000 professional presentations around the world, and as you'll hear in a moment, has written extensively. John, we're so proud of you. We're so thankful that you have agreed to be an expert in residence at High Point University, one of those exceptional leaders in the world who come here every semester to teach your children. So we have the faculty inside the classroom, and we have 30 or 40 or 50 experts who have given their time, energy, and expertise to show up here and make sure that your children, ladies and gentlemen, that your children will get an excellent academic education, but also at this premier life skills university, that they can be prepared for a life filled with success and framed with significance. It is really a privilege for me to thank Dr. Maxwell here this morning. Now, this guy has honorary degrees, he has PhDs, he has all of that stuff. So it's not that he needs us as much as we need him, and I'm very, very grateful to him. So we will now present the Doctor of Humane Letters, Distinguished Honor for Outstanding Achievement, for your outstanding achievements and service to others, and an appreciation for his support and service to Hype University. Dr. Mary Jane Kennedy, Dean of the Fred S. Wilson School of Pharmacy, will now read a portion of the full resolution, which can be found, of course, the resolution can be found in your program. Dr. Kennedy.
It's my great pleasure to share the following resolution honoring Dr. John Calvin Maxwell. Whereas Dr. John Calvin Maxwell is an internationally recognized best-selling author, professional speaker, pastor, leadership expert, and coach who regularly presents to Fortune 500 CEOs, the leaders of nations, entrepreneurs, and business leaders worldwide. And whereas Dr. John Calvin Maxwell is the founder of the John Maxwell Company, the John Maxwell Team, Equip, and the John Maxwell Leadership Foundation that collectively have trained millions of leaders from across the world. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Trustees, the President, and the faculty and staff of High Point University herein extend their sincerest recognition to John Calvin Maxwell for his outstanding achievements and service to others, and an appreciation for his support of and service to High Point University. And be it further resolved by the Board of Trustees and the President of High Point University that it approves conferral upon John Calvin Maxwell the honorary degree of Doctor of Humane Letters with acknowledgement of his remarkable career and professional accomplishments.
Congratulations, Dr. Maxwell. Hype University is also proud to present our featured speaker today, Ms. Jane Seymour, with the Honorary Doctor of Fine Arts. This is a distinguished honor for her achievements. And Dr. John Turpin, Dean of the David R. Hayward School of Arts and Design, will now read a portion of the full resolution which can be found in your program.
It is my honor to announce this resolution honoring Jane Seymour. Whereas Jane Seymour is an internationally acclaimed actress who has proven her talents on the Broadway stage, in motion pictures and television, and in virtually all design media. And whereas Jane Seymour received many prestigious awards, such as the Primetime Emmy Award, Golden Globe Award, Family Film Award, Golden Boot Award, Western Heritage Award, Australian Film Industry Network Award, as well as many other highly prized recognitions for her achievements as an actress. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Board of Trustees, the President, and the faculty and staff of High Point University herein extend their sincerest recognition of Jane Seymour for her outstanding achievements and service to others. And be it further resolved by the Board of Trustees and President of High Point University confer upon Jane Seymour the honorary degree of Doctor of Fine Arts with acknowledgement of her remarkable career and professional accomplishments.
I know we're smart, but sometimes we screw up. This is what happens when two old guys get nervous presenting it to a good-looking woman. Graduates and family members, let me now more officially introduce to you our commencement speaker today. At Hype University, we've always guided and encouraged you students to live a life of success and significance. Today, we are sending you off with a commencement speaker who personifies both of these ideals. As you just heard from Dr. Turpin, from James Bond to Wedding Crashers to Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, and beyond, Jane Seymour continues to lead a highly distinguished and successful career in the entertainment industry. Dr. Seymour has excelled on Broadway and on television and in motion pictures. The winner of multiple Emmy Awards and Golden Globe Awards, she is also the recipient of the very prestigious Officer of the British Empire, which was bestowed upon her personally by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. HPU families, you will appreciate that Dr. Seymour has led not only a life of significance, but also an active life in stewardship and philanthropy. In fact, her television series, Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, aired for 6 seasons and ushered in a new era of family-friendly television content. Dr. Seymour's Dr. Quinn character became a role model for young women and girls throughout the world. In fact, that show is still aired and re-aired, aired and re-aired in hundreds of countries around the world. But Jane Seymour's talents go beyond her performances in front of the camera. She is also a savvy businesswoman who leads her own production company, which has developed countless programs. Jane even served as executive producer on the documentary film Glenn Campbell, I'll Be Me, which shares the touching story of musician Glenn Campbell's farewell tour while dealing with the effects of Alzheimer's disease. Beyond Hollywood, Ms. Seymour worked as a philanthropist, supporting numerous charitable initiatives, and even led her to create the Open Hearts Foundation, which supports nonprofit organizations aligned with her mother's philosophy of selfless giving. In fact, she holds a major event every year in her home in Malibu, California, for this Open Hearts Foundation charitable giving and donors. And you should know that Jane is also a member of the Horatio Alger Society for Distinguished Americans, which is really where my friendship with her first began. Today, Jane Seymour continues to wow viewers on Acorn TV and BBC America with the hit mystery series Harry Wild. Jane does all of this balancing her rewarding roles as a mother and grandmother. I'm honored to present you today's commencement speaker, who joins an extraordinary line of previous HBU commencement speakers, including Dr. Vincent Price, president of Duke University, Daniel Lubitsky, the founder of Kind Snacks, Cynthia Marshall, the CEO of the Dallas Mavericks, Josh Groban, the internationally acclaimed singer, broadcast legend Tom Brokaw, Dr. Condoleezza Rice, the Secretary of State, 66th Secretary of State, the late General Colin Powell, who actually served on our Board of Advisors here, former Secretary of State, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, former First Lady Laura Bush, Her Majesty Queen Noor of Jordan, and NASA astronaut Dr. Buzz Aldrin, among others. Now, Dr. Seymour, allow me please to introduce to you these outstanding faculty who came in here, these outstanding deans that you see behind you, and administrators who commit themselves daily to ensure that this is an extraordinary university. Let me introduce you to our graduates who have labored tirelessly and diligently to arrive at this milestone in their lives. And then I give you all of these friends and family members who have gathered here from across the U.S. and the world to celebrate our graduates' achievements and to hear your message. Dear graduates, I want you to know that Dr. Seymour flew from Ireland. She flew from Ireland to be here today with you and to be this afternoon with our BA students. And then she's flying back to Ireland, where she is making a movie. So you should really appreciate the fact that she flew across the pond just to be with you, and she's going right back across the pond. Dear graduates, parents, faculty, and friends, please help me welcome our featured speaker, Dr. Jane Seymour.
Thank you, Dr. Qubein and High Point University for this extraordinary honor. For those who don't know me yet, I never did manage to go to college, so this is as close as I'll ever get to a doctorate. Although my catchphrase on Dr. Quinn was, "I'm not a woman, I'm a doctor." Well, now I'm a real one. Thank you. Thank you, High Point. Of course, most of you probably really know me as Call Me Cat. Call me Kitty Cat. So good morning, students, faculty, proud families, and honored guests. The graduates of High Point University, congratulations. Today marks the end of one chapter and the exhilarating beginning of another. And I am so truly honored to be part of this movement and humbled to receive this extraordinary award. So thank you, thank you, thank you. This day is filled with emotion, relief, excitement, maybe a touch of fear. I mean, you've worked so hard to get here, and now you're stepping into the unknown. It's thrilling and a little terrifying, isn't it? Well, that's why I want to talk to you today about serendipity and resilience. Life is serendipitous, whether you like it or not, and the sooner that you can learn to embrace the unexpected, the better your journey will be. So let me explain. As a young girl, a very little girl, I was given what felt like devastating news. The school said I had flat feet and a speech impediment. My R's came out like W's. For example, I would say, around the wuggy walks, the wuggy waskles, when. Well, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but apparently there was. And the prescription was ballet for the feet and speech therapy for the R's. The outcome? Completely unexpected. I fell madly in love with ballet, trained seriously, and eventually danced with a major ballet company. And those dreaded speech lessons, well, they helped me speak in such a perfect American accent that years later, when I started acting in the US, the television networks there were shocked, absolutely shocked to find out that it was actually British. They couldn't believe it. So that bad news ended up shaping my path, just not in the way anyone would have predicted. And that's the thing about life. You can try to design the perfect plan, but life often laughs at our plans, and good news turns out to be detours, bad news turns into blessings. You lose something, but you gain something. You are graduating today from a remarkable institution. I took the tour yesterday. It is absolutely extraordinary, unbelievable. You're so fortunate. High Point University has equipped you with more than just knowledge. It's given you a holistic mindset, a belief in values, in excellence, in purpose-driven success. You've been taught to think entrepreneurially, to lead with service, and to carry with you something that the world desperately needs now more than ever: hope. What you're celebrating today is more than just passing exams or earning certificates. What you've really done is you've learned how to learn. You've mastered how to face challenges, how to study, how to rise to a goal. And now, with the support of your families and the guidance of your professors, you have reached that moment. So now comes the exciting part. Now you decide what to do with all this knowledge, resilience, and strength. How will you use it? Not just for yourself, but to make a difference in the world, and hopefully in the lives of others too. Some of you may head into business, some into medicine, design, education, the arts, technology, or service. Some of you may have no idea yet, and that's okay, because most people have multiple chapters in their careers. We are constantly shifting and growing in different ways, and with that, our passions, purpose, and priorities shift as well. But whatever you do, here's what I've learned. Your job is not to control the path. You walk it fully, boldly, and openly. And let serendipity surprise you. Let me share another moment. I was injured during a dance class, and I had to give up ballet when I was 17. I was completely devastated. This was my passion, my dream, and suddenly it was gone. I didn't go to college. I went to a professional school of the arts, and I had committed everything to becoming a ballerina. So I pivoted. I pursued acting. And everything that I had learned, discipline, storytelling, physical expression, served me again in a new way. It wasn't the plan, but it became my life. And then when I was cast as a James Bond girl at 20, a huge break, they were looking for someone to play a virgin solitaire, and I was the closest thing they could find in 1970s London. In other words, I had been very well brought up. But in a moment when I could have let fame take hold of me, my mentor, the great director and actor, Lord Richard Attenborough, told me, "Jane, the day you believe in your own publicity, you're dead." And he also said, "You have a fine instrument, and now your job is to fine-tune it." So I kept studying, I kept learning, I kept growing. And that mindset of learning adapting, showing up with open eyes and an open heart has been my compass. I have always seen change not as something to fear, but as something to engage with. Change to me is just a natural part of life. It's an opportunity to learn or simply to evolve. And here's the truth. I am a yes person. I don't hang on to fear or anxiety. I process, I move forward, I work hard, I don't wait for motivation. I follow my passion and I take it seriously. For example, if I have an idea, I don't just say, oh, wouldn't it be interesting if someone did that? I do it. I build it. And what's more, I complete it. And I do it with heart, generosity, because to me, it's proactive. You don't wait for someone to ask. You don't wait for a calamity to see if there's a need that you can fill. You step in. You make things better. That's part of what it means to lead. Well, my mother, who was Dutch, survived a Japanese concentration camp for 3.5 years in World War II. And when I asked her, what was that life like? She would tell me, well, Ma, darling, everyone in life has challenges. Like hers was not really a challenge. But then the natural instinct, she said, is to close off your heart and not let anyone know what happens or what's happening to you. She said that if you did that, it would be like having an LP record with a scratch in it. It would go round and round and round. It would be a story you could never leave, and you could never move forward. However, if you can learn to accept, which she said is the hardest thing to do in life, open your heart and reach out in some way to help someone else, because there will always be someone worse off than you. You will have purpose. And when you have purpose, that is the key to feeling good about yourself, about being able to love yourself, which will enable you to give and receive love with others. Well, this became my way of dealing with change and an inspiration that now, through my Open Hearts message and the foundation, inspires people to live with open hearts and open minds. Throughout my life, there's been a constant theme. When something has ended painfully, abruptly, against my will, it has always led to something better. Another great example, I went through a terrible divorce. I was about to declare bankruptcy. I knew I was about to lose my home and absolutely everything. So I called my agent and I said, I need a job yesterday. The networks came back and they said they had this little movie. It was called Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. They said it would start the next day and that I had to sign a 5-year contract just in case it would be a series, but it never was going to be because it was supposed to fail. I mean, number one, a woman in the lead in a drama had never happened before. It had family values. Who's interested in that? It was a Western. No one cared about Westerns. And on top of that, it was a medical show. Well, happily, I proved them wrong. It ran for 7 years, and it still plays in almost 98 countries, most of them every day still. Well, needless to say, that was an opportunity that came to me from a huge challenge, and one I am incredibly proud of. And it would never, ever have happened if I hadn't had those issues. It was a gift. In my 40s, I began painting. I began painting as a way to heal. No formal training, just curiosity. And then I started painting just for fun. And then I was invited to use my artwork on a Discover credit card. And my artwork was shown at the Guggenheim in New York at a fundraiser for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. And that led to countless art shows being represented, showing my art all over America and Canada, and sculptures, and a whole new career, which ultimately lent to transferring my artwork onto fabrics in home design, which is why I came to High Point, and also to fashion. And then ultimately to the open heart message, which led to jewelry that I designed and trademarked and was sold by a place called Kay Jewelers and Jared's and many others in England and in Canada. And this symbol I created of two open hearts joined like an infinity sign, it became a philosophy and a foundation, and it raises millions for causes that I care deeply about. And it also became a brand, and that would never have happened if I hadn't failed first. So, class of 2025, do not fear the unknown. Do not panic if your life doesn't follow the script. It won't. And that's the gift. You might find years from now that the best thing that ever happened to you looked like the worst thing at first. A rejection, a heartbreak, a job that didn't come through. Well, that's just life, reshaping your story. There is power in staying open to opportunities, to people, to the next wave, because life is like a wave. And right now, you're riding high. This is your big moment, and you should be so proud of it. But the wave will fall. I mean, that's natural. That's actually necessary. And when it hits the bottom, that's when you gather momentum to rise again. And along that way, with that wave, you remember that being open to something new, that is your superpower. Be willing to take risks, not reckless ones, and not meaningful, but meaningful ones, because not every outcome will be favorable, but every one of them will teach you something. And often with humble reflection, the unfavorable becomes favorable. It transforms, and that's the power of resilience. I brought up serendipity at the beginning of this speech. Serendipity isn't just about luck, it's about when preparation meets opportunity. You have done the preparation. Now dare to be brave and open to the opportunity of whatever way it shows up. So when the perfect job doesn't come, when the perfect relationship ends, when life takes a turn you didn't expect, breathe. And then ask yourself, what is this change inviting me to become? Now, you may be wondering, how can I make a difference? I'm just getting started. Well, let me tell you something. You don't have to be famous or rich or powerful to make an impact. You just have to care. The art of caring, I've seen people's lives change with a conversation, a kind word, or by simply showing up. The most world-changing movements happen when ordinary people say, I can't fix everything, but I can do something. So use your gifts. If you're an artist, create work that moves people. If you're a scientist, innovate for good. If you're a teacher, ignite young minds. And if you're not sure what your path is yet, start by listening. Ask where help is needed and how you can serve. And live with an open heart, making a difference to someone. It isn't something you do once you make it, it's something you live daily. Every open-hearted action matters. And don't underestimate your influence. As you find your voice, your career, your place in this world, know that your presence can be the turning point for someone else's life. You're at the beginning of your own incredible story. And like any great story, it'll have twists and turns, love and loss, success and failure. And that's the beauty of it. You don't have to write a perfect story. You just have to write an authentic one. So I leave you with this. Keep your heart open. Let it break. Let it mend. Let it love and give and grow. Welcome change, even when it's uncomfortable, especially when it's uncomfortable. And never doubt your ability to make a difference. The world doesn't need more people competing to be impressive. It needs more people inspired to be impactful. Don't cling to the plan. Embrace the possibility. Don't live for approval, live for passion. Live to make this world a better place with your unique gifts, and follow it wherever it leads. And if it doesn't work out, you still lived authentically. And that, in the end, is success. So go forward now, boldly, fearlessly, curiously, generously, vulnerably, and humbly. High Point has prepared you for greatness, but life will prepare you for meaning. And I, for one, I can't wait to see the extraordinary, unpredictable, serendipitous waves you'll ride next. Congratulations, class of 2025. Go out there and keep your hearts open.
Students, I gotta tell you, I'm not sure we could have found a more perfect speaker for you. My goodness. If you want to learn about pitch, pause, there it is in front of you. A great message delivered absolutely perfectly. Perfectly. It's amazing. Dr. Seymour, thank you for being with us today. And now, graduates, we have finally arrived at the moment you've been waiting for, the awarding of your degrees.
Will the candidates receiving the Bachelor of Science degree or the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree please stand? Mr. President, each of these candidates has completed the requirements for the Bachelor of Science degree or the Bachelor of Science degree in Nursing. Each has been approved by the faculty and each has been certified by the Registrar of the University. I present them to you for awarding of their degrees.
By virtue of the authority invested in me by the state of North Carolina and by the Board of Trustees of High Point University, I hereby confer upon you the Bachelor of Science degree or the Bachelor of Science in Nursing degree with all of the rights and privileges appertaining thereto. I will now invite the Senior Class President, Ms. Emma Higgins, to be the first BS graduate to receive her diploma.
Emma Ryan Higgins.
Will the candidates now come forward, please, to receive your diploma?
Allison Awkward.
Jenny Ruby Aguirre. Kira Ray Alisea. Cole Norris Apke. Sarah E. Baker. Troy Decatur Baker. Taylor Catherine Baxter. Reagan Elizabeth Baylog. Janine Sierra Beal. Taylor Elizabeth Beeson. Tess Bellinger. Kara Bensel. Grace Patricia Bingham.
Caitlin Ann Black.
Emily Pearl Bonig, Jordan Boudreau, Rylan Scott Brady, Olivia M. Brainerd, Kathleen Elizabeth Brockman, Sienna Sharon Brown, Aaron Porter Brown, Wayne William Berger, Sadie Piper Berghardt, Bryson Drake Burton, Kiara Christine Anise Busby, Camden Chase Caldwell, Megan Catherine Carney, Giovanni Antonio Centofanti, Taylor Madison Chapman, Kayla Joy Schwat, Gianna Rose Ciosi, Olivia Sirocco, Caden Clark, Brooke Isabella Cairns, George Wilder Clendenin, Julian Ricardo Codrington, Jacob Feibel Cohen, Aaliyah J. Collins, Lindsay Nicole Conway, Ashlyn Corcoran,
Serenity Nicole Cordero.
Chloe Francis Cox, Noah Ragone Craig, Samantha Lee Kramer, Catherine Michelle Crown, Sophia Patricia Shulak, Victoria Ann Curtis, Mia Grace Diakili, Cody Joseph Daggett, Brianna Nicole Daly, Alexa Nicole Dandria, Xavier Cyrus Davis, Carissa Louise Decos, Lily Victoria Shields Dedian, Quinn Gerald DeWitt, Lucia N. DeJoseph, Leah Linnell Dingui, Jalen Dixon, McKenna Porter, Bethany Rachel Elias, Lindsay Marie Elliott, Samuel Allen Esser, Kaliana Elena Estrada, Julianne Evenko, Lacey Asha Falloon, Reagan Nicole Ellington, Kylie H. Ferguson, Nolan Ryan Fitz, Jack Matthew Faubert, Elijah O'Neill Foggy, Gregory Alexander Fox, Riley Chase Freed, Xavier D. Frick, Amelia M. Gabriel, Ariana Gabriel, Emily Grace Gaines, Taylor M. Galavati, James Ryan Gallagher, Jordan Olivia Gallant, Josephine Rose Marion Ganshaw, Macy G. Gatz, Muriel Ann Gibson, Mia Xiao Qiao Glenn, Shira Gold,
Mary E. Gomez.
Felicia R. Gonzalez, Haley Marie Gossard, Miranda Taryn Goff, Tegan Graham, El Melina Gricko, John Andrew Goglielmetti, William Hagenlock, Spencer Jane Hansen, Landon Cole Hardister, Anna E. Hayes, Samantha Jane Hyder, Chloe Petra Hernandez, Denitra Lavarnique Hester,
Lena Hedrick.
Mary Catherine Hewitt, Hunter Hills, Roya Elise Holbrook, Lexi Leanne Holmes, Paige Olivia Hoyt, Owen Robert Hunter, Abigail Francis Hyatt, Anne Lorraine Irvin, Gianna Marie Eshok, Darren James, Sarah Christine Jameson, Brianna M. Jensen, Johanna Monet Jones, Regan Carolyn Jordan, Margaret Elizabeth Junkin, Tristan Alex Kaz, Cameron Alexa Kearns, Leanne Catherine Keller, Owen Kelly, Catalina Jade Kett, Nadia Khan, Awi Kirpakar, Amanda Ray Klein, Madeline Faye Klein, Reagan Kuhn, Sarah Catherine Kapitsky, Nicole Catherine Copy, Julia R. Koshevos, Anna Elena Kesters,
Sarah LaFontaine,
Emma Grace Lally, Caroline Brooke Langone,
Carl Angelo Martinet Lapis,
Isabel Catherine Lee, Andrew Robert Lefevre, Nora Grace Lefevre, Elijah James Lemons, Jamie Nicole Leon, Miranda Marie Leitner, Xavier Little, Madeline Ann Litvan, Lindsay Jane Logan, Allison A. Longay, Olivia Spencer Longley, Reagan Lane Louder, Anna Gardenia Lucas, Emma Rose Lupo, Desi Grace Mayella, Isabella Victoria Maldonado, Genevieve E. Manger, Tyler Manjarovic, Bailey Marsh, Dylan Masaleras, Jenna Masterpolo, Destiny Tequila Mathis, Tyler Matthews, Kaylin Elizabeth McCarthy, Katie Ann McCarthy, Maitland Riley McCracken, Riley McGee, Macy Renee McGovern, Kylie Lauren McTamney, Stephanie Paulina Mera, Jennifer Ann Murther, Nicholas John Meyer, Alexa Victoria Mislow, Riley Amber Mitchell, Godwin Mukondo Mondo, Fernando Moran, Jacob Mason Mullen, Kiju Nguyen, Catherine Sarah Novak, Amanda Rose O'Brien, Gabriela Estefania Ochoa Salazar, Tatiana Ontivero Campo Perales, Victoria Arrington Ori, Caroline Ann Pacione, Julia Michelle Patty, Shelby Gilbert Peace, Timothy Philip Pearl,
Ethan Penny,
Mia Grace Pepitone, Daniela Krista Pirelli, Eric Scott Peterson, Kendall Rainey Philpott, Sonia Marie Piombino, Madison Marie Prendergast, Lauren Meredith Pressler, Brianna Rapaccioli, Dylan F. Reese, Marta Therese Reed, Lauren Reyna, Brooke Catherine Resendiz, Emmeline Rich, Anna McLean Ritter, Carissa Diane Robertson, Gabriela Elena Rodriguez, Natalia Ruiz Loera, Kelsey Ann Ryan, Alexa McKenna Sandman. Olivia McMahon Santana. Laura Alexis Serafinas. Jaska Shabacker. Nalani Joy Shiner. Annabelle Maria Sellenberg. Billy Wilson Smith III. Madison Bailey Smith. Rachel Ann Smith. Stella Christine Ames Smith. Shannon Elizabeth Spillman. Sydney Marie Steelman. Mitchell Lee Talton. Ashley Elizabeth Targic. Ellie Grace Tinker. Anderson Josiah Tomes. Jared Michael Toney. Anderson Taylor Tracy. Nia Ilka Trykovsky. Kayla Ann Turner. Marissa Sage Twitty. Millicent Reese Tysinger. Dante Van Arman. Anna Christina Vestal. Virginia Marie Batten. Alexandra Victoria Vogel. Ryan Christopher Walter. Sydney Ella Wargo. Amanda Nicole Warren. Levi David Wenger. Catherine Whalen. Anaya Whitaker. Dahlia Widmer. Cameron Reese Weedle. L. Williams. Janaya Amani Akela Williams. Kaya Janae Williams. Cole Gordon Wilson. Brooke Salvatrice Winchester. Alyssa Marie Winkler. Mackenzie Emily Wiseman. Devin M. Withrow. Daryl Justin Wright. Tyler D. Wright. Alexa Denie Young. Toheed Zaman. Samuel Nicholas Zito. Madison Cheyenne Burrow. Braden Michael Chalk. Elizabeth Grace Dorset. Katie Ellen Gaines. Abigail Georgia Greskowitz. Madison Elizabeth Key. David Eric Lombardi. Kathleen Rosselli. Jessica A. Saunders. Chris Tashner. Jalen Brianna Ward.
Will the candidates receiving the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration degree please stand? Mr. President, each of these candidates has completed requirements for the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration degree. Each has been approved by the faculty, and each has been certified by the registrar of the university. I present them to you for the awarding of their degrees.
By virtue of the authority invested in me by the state of North Carolina and by the Board of Trustees of Hype University, I hereby confer upon you the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration with all of the rights and privileges appertaining thereto.
Will the candidates now please come forward to receive your diploma?
Ebasara Alice Amon. Kylie Faith Adams. Nathan Connor Alleman. Cooper Elizabeth Amigo. Claire M. Apostle. Shay B. Arsenault. Delaney Ann Ashworth.
Devin Michael Avekin.
Ryan J. Barnhart.
Charlie Barr.
Matthew Bartonhagen. Thomas J. Bay Ruther. Andrew J. Beckwith. Madeline Mary B. Laura Ann Bennett. John Lewis Beers. Isabella Grace Bertini. Andrew Kai Billich. Olivia Blaskowski. Joseph F. Blazik. Samantha M. Bowl. Rosa Bono. Matthew Bathot. Tristan R. Brackett. Isabel Ann Bradley. Michael William Brennan. Aiden James Britt. Colby Michael Brown. Paige Victoria Burker. Clyde D. Campbell. Sydney Suzanne Campbell. Audrey Meredith Karen. Jack Thomas Carroll. Braxton Allen Carter. Jaden Lamont Carter. Felicia Quinn Carty. Stephen Hamilton Casey Jr. Nathan Abraham Castle. Peyton Michaela Kavanaugh. Juliana Nicole Charles. Tyler Andrew Cherry. Kylie Nicole Simicella. Andrew J. Sirocco. Riley Kloss. Samuel James Cobbler. Bradley Ashton Cohen. Mitchell Austin Coleman. Austin Maxwell Cones. Jamie Catherine Caniglione. Jonathan Heath Coomer. Christian Michael Cosenza. Sean M. Coughlin. Brianna Cronin. Liam Thomas Crowley. William Radcliffe Croyle. Oliver Svoboda Curtis. Adelaide May Zacher. Mia Jillian Dabrowski. Shelby Jean Danielson. Cade Alexander Dar. Amber Jean Davignon. Mark Davis. Colin Joseph DeTrolio. Alexa Laura Dedeke. Damian M. Delavecchia Jr. Nicholas Ronald Delavecchia. Nicholas Lionel Demers. David Han-Il Dempster. Asher James Denadel. Dirk J. DePompo. Raymond J. DiSabato. Nicholas Richard DeTore. Kevin D. Diaz. Ian Dillo. Jonathan Robert Dixon. Daniel Dockrill. Austin Jacob Donaldson. Aiden Michael Donahue. William David Dunlop. Troy Samuel Emond. Evan Alexander Englert.
Ariana Gabriel.
William McAllister Esposito. Caroline Rose Ethan. Carly Evans. Caroline Rose Fabrizio. Christopher T. Fanay. Reagan Elizabeth Farmer. Ella Camille Farraher. Justin Lee Ferris. Samuel Jacob Feynman. Henry Felder. Madison Rose Femino. Dean Thomas Ferguson. Mia Ann Fernandez. Charles Yo Freeman V. Gina Marie Gabbianelli. Gerald J. Gallagher. Ava Mae Gangemi, Ella Marie Gaudette, Huck Anthony Gelhaus, Piper Darlene Garrity, Katerina Gesualdo, Layla Maya Gorishi, Isabella Grace Gilfillan, Charles Kenneth Godin,
Robert Drew Greeley,
David Alexander Green, Kola Alexander Greffin, Arnav Gupta, Matthew Gervich, Oliver Anders Christopher Gustafsson, Charles Hoyt Hale, Morgan Mackenzie Ham, Megan Lindsay Hammond, Grayson Sullivan Hanna, Maria Eleni Haramis, Christina Beatrice Hardy, Brandy Victoria Harmon, Paige Christine Harms, Jacob Lee Hart, Gail Elise Hartman, Emily Jean Haskell, Brian Matthew Henkel, William Edward Hurley, Alexander Kyle Hickman, Benjamin L. Higdon, Jackson Hill, Preston Ty Hoey, Alex Joel Hoffman, Rebecca Ann Hoffman, Chloe Madison Holsinger, Tyler William Hudson, Justin Lawrence Iliano, Aaron Davis Infantino, Catherine Jackson, Julius Walker Jacobs, Jacob A. Jerger, Jordan Amaya Johnson, Catherine Elizabeth Kendall, Sean M. Kelly, Alexandra Nicole Kelly, Pearson Patrick Kenny, Travis Rex Kenny, Henry Charles Kent, Rennie Carr, Muriel Hope Kivort, Carter Tucker Kleinschmidt, Patrick D. Knapp, Thomas Alexander Kondraki, Troy Andreas Kubanka, George Wesley Coonley III, Braden James Land, Madeline Hope Layton, Taylor Caroline Leach,
Sophia John LeBron,
Josie Deanne Lee, Raven Lee, Meredith Lynn Leftwich, Gabrielle Elise Lemmerman, Jackson Leonard, Samuel Jake Levine, Christina Dorothy Bernice Lincoln, Cameron Jermal Little, William Cade Little, Ashley Lowe, Samuel Coy Lowry III, James Owen Lucchesi, John Paul Lidkey II, Tyler James Lundy, Kira Hazel Meyer, Amanda Nicole Malgeri, Dominic Stephen Mancuso, McKeever K. Mann, Seamus Mellinson Mann, Nora Blair Mansfield, Daniela Marazino, Catherine Marshall,
Amanda Lee Martin,
Emily Ann Mashinsky, Nicholas Cooper Matera, Colton O. May, Riley Harris Mazzetti, Kendall Christine McAllister,
Christina McCon,
Cameron Matthew McCarson, Jack William McCloskey, Lawson Rowe McCorkadale, Taylor Elizabeth McDonald, Shannon Elizabeth McGovern, Grace Catherine McKenna, Mia Evan McKinstry, Andrew Scott McNichol, Brianne McNulty, Daniel L. Mina, Carly Mae Mitchell, Maria D. Mojica, Tucker Barrett Monson, Patrick Joseph Moore, Parker Chase Moritz, Hadley Morris,
Catherine Elizabeth Monroe.
Grant Michael Murray, Julia Rose Murray, Luca Murray, Gavin Yoshitani Nagy,
Brian Nanoom.
Nicholas John Nizal, Lily Rutherford Neubauer, Dakota Byron Nicholston, Benjamin August Niehaus, Joseph Emmanuel Nodar, Brendan O'Boyle, Kayla Marie O'Connor, Michael Jeffrey Olweiler, Kelly Nicole Oldham, Harry A. Olivar III, Matthew Henry Oliver, Aiden J. O'Rourke, Kayla Orr, Zachary Jacob Oswald, Jared Barton Ott, Brittany Pauline Pabone, Austin Travis Page, Krishna Pandya, Alexander S. Pappas, Joseph Thomas Perella, Aaron Gray Parker, Colby Adams Patterson, Catherine Emily Patterson, Gabrielle Elizabeth Paula, Robert L. Pederzani, Leighton Aubrey Perkins, Jack Perry, Nicholas J. Peter, Rebecca Liley Peterson, Sarah Margaret Peterson, Haley Elizabeth Phillips, W. Gage Piculel, Michael Anthony Piscola, William Donald Pleasance IV, Carly Starr Pope, Matthew G. Porco, Eamon Ann Porter, Andrew Stephen Prine, Andrew Rampaul Pino, Ashlyn Doreen Rawlinson, Kate Teresa Reagan, Paige Ashley Redding,
Gabrielle Redfern.
Philip Joseph Redford, Megan Mary Riley, Connor Gill Rice, Sydney Ann Rivera, Micaiah Savannah Jordan Rodriguez Bolden, Catherine Rogers, Will Rose, Paul Joseph Rossi III, Diego Marcel Rozo, Christy Nicole Ruberti, Jackson Ventura Ruckman, Michael Anthony Russo, Kyle F. Rylack, Nicole I. Salak, Noah C. Santos, Lauren Marie Sanzone, Mackenzie Lynn Scalzo, William Dylan Schaffrick, Courtney Lynn Smock, Bailey Brewer Schmidt, William Wallace Schneider, Kyle Karras Schwab, Andrew Joseph Seymour, Stephen Jacob Shapiro, Molly Sheehan, Frederick Austin Sherman, Kelly Marie Shockley, Natalia Ashley Siepka, Garrett Matthew Sill, Cameron Tyler Sirois, Jack Walter Slowick, Andre Delano Smith Jr., Corey Keith Smith, Sadie V. Smith, Tamara Gabrielle Smith, Emily E. Smith, Thomas Andrew Sokup, Natasha Mary Spinhern, Ashley Emily Sprang, Kendall J. Stye, Ethan Alexander Stanko, Sophia Jean Statuto, Donald James Steinbacher Jr., Mackenzie Lynn Steinman, James Alexander Stevens, Thomas Stickle, Emily Marie Stillion, Reagan Samantha Stillman, Grady Vance Stroop, Charlotte A. Sullivan, Benjamin Thomas Swanek, Alyssa Nicole Tallarico, Andrew Tariq Taylor, Colby Brandon Taylor, Preston Tyler Texera, Daniel Spencer Tenti, Julia Rose Thaxton, Gabrielle Endom Tita, John Hunter Todd, Madison Nicole Torode, Julia Yvonne Tremblay, Alyssa Michelle Tucker, Jackson J. Toomey, Casey William Urbacheski, Bridget Vallejo, Ella Rose Vaughn, Carson A. Vien, Mary Catherine Villalonzis, Ashley Vora,
Stephen Zozar,
Zachary Sebastian Wade, Hunter Dean Wadsworth, Shane Mitchell Waleski, Eamon Allen Walker, Kellen Alexander Waltman, Wyatt James Warner, Marshall Graham Wessel, Xander Trayson West, Zachary M. Wharton, Pearson Richard Charles White, Sierra Ashley Wilder, Gabriel Michael Williams, Emily Elizabeth Williamson, Maxwell T. Wilson, Grace Caroline Womack, Justin Wright, Connor Edward Yeager, Selena Marie Yell, Michael Patrick Urardi, Jessica Ann Yoker, Gavin Conrad Zivek,
Will all the graduates please stand? You may now move your tassel from the right side to the left side, signifying that you have completed your undergraduate degree. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the graduating class of 2025.
Congratulations, and you may be seated. I want all the parents here and all the friends to note, you may have been to other graduations around the country and other places. Yesterday or the day before, the Chairman CEO of FedEx looked over to me and he said, it's interesting. He said, I've been to other graduations. I don't see anybody here protesting or having some kind of poster or screaming something. I said, man, this is a God family country school. This is not our culture. Our students are well behaved. They're young men and women. They're gentlemen and ladies. They have a future ahead of them that's remarkable. And every one of you students, as you came on this stage, I just felt a heart filled with pride for you. You're so amazing. You're going to do unbelievable things in your life. We're very proud of you. Now, parents, as we celebrate your students' transformation today, we must also celebrate the generosity, the commitment, and the sacrifice that you have made to propel these graduates forward. No one achieves much in life without the support and guidance of others. So it is a tradition that this commencement day and every commencement day, we provide a blanket to each graduate so that that graduate can give this blanket, which says High Point University on it, to somebody who absolutely influenced their life. In other words, there's got to be somebody who really told you, I believe in you, you can do it. Somebody who influenced you in a way that's very meaningful. Could be your mom, your dad, your grandmother, it could be a first grade teacher, it could be somebody who just said good morning to you as you pass by the kiosk every day. It is your choice. But you must, graduates, give this blanket away in the next 10 days or so. Should you, for some selfish reason, choose to keep this blanket, when you die, you go straight to hell. It is your choice. Choose to be extraordinary. And now, dear friends, as we gather on this special occasion, Clark the American Eagle will fly over the graduates to symbolize the start of their faithful and courageous life as responsible and leading citizens of our world. Clark, as you know, was hatched at the World Bird Sanctuary's breeding facility in 2002 and received his training as a flyer at a young age. As Clark soars over the graduates, Dr. Mark Foster, Chair and Professor of Music and Director of Choral Activities, and HBU's Chamber Singers will sing America the Beautiful. Now look, you better remain seated. If you stand up, you'll scare Clark, and you don't want to be like the last graduate where 2 people died right on the spot. We want you to have a happy and fulfilling future. After Clark finishes his flight, I will ask all of you then to stand for the recessional. The faculty marshals will begin the recessional, and then the platform will follow. I will then ask the students this year not to participate in the recessional. There are several reasons for that. Number one, it takes a long time for all of you sitting up there. Number two, we have another graduation coming up at 2 o'clock. And so we have to clean up this facility, get everything ready again, so that we can graduate all of the Bachelor of Arts students this afternoon. So, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a wonderful event this morning. You have been remarkable, and we appreciate you. So now, Dr. Foster and the University Singers.
Oh, beautiful for Spain. spacious skies, for amber waves of grain, for purple mountain majesties, above the throated plain. America, America, God shed his grace on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful thought, patriot dream, that sees beyond the years. Thine alabaster cities gleam, undimmed by human tears. America, America, God man thine every flow. Confirm thy soul in self-control, thy liberty in law.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the recessional and remain standing until the recessional exits. We thank you for being with us here today. Congratulations, graduates, and God bless you, everyone.